This message is a public service announcement for anyone who spent 4 years or more in college to get a very expensive receipt known as a diploma. I did it too. My name's Jeff Lerner, and I went to college. I got the receipt. And you know what's funny? It came to me in this red cardboard tube, and I never took it out. I'm in my office right now, and I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around here. I've literally never taken it out of the tube. I never bothered to put it on the wall. Why would I? I went to a relatively inexpensive state school, and it was still almost $100,000 receipt, but it didn't do anything for me. If anything, I'm embarrassed I spent all that money, right? Look, in the world we live in, there are some people who are well served by their college diploma. They got an engineering job, or they're on track to become a doctor, or they're becoming an attorney, and they had to go to college. It made a lot of sense because they knew what they wanted to do, and they were going down a path that required a college degree. But this whole idea that, like, listen, you gotta go work hard and get your diploma and get that good job, and it's gonna take care of you for the next 40 years, and you're gonna invest into a system and get a pension or a 401k, and it's gonna prop you up, and oh, never mind. Yeah, forget about inflation, forget about the rising cost of living, forget about the bankrupt social security system, forget about the way the middle class is eroding. Yeah, just ignore all that. Trust me, it's gonna work out, right? Look, I always knew it was a bogus system. I became a musician. I figured if I'm gonna end up broke, I might as well be doing something I enjoy, right? And admittedly, I might have overbet on that plan because I didn't just end up broke, I ended up way broke. I was almost $500,000 in debt by the time I was 28 years old. I was desperate. My wife was leaving me. Everybody thought I was a loser, and I went online to try to turn things around. Thankfully, I found a great piece of training. I found a great mentor, and I ended up paying off $500,000 of debt in 18 months using one specific business model. And you might think, oh, that's amazing. Oh man, I'll bet you were so happy. But you know what? The thing is, once you start making money, once you start turning your life around, once you start doing something that's fulfilling, you don't want to stop. And so what I did from there is I kept going. And over the next 4 years, I generated over $10 million with that business model. 2013, I pivoted. I started a new business using a different type of online business model. And in the next 6 years, 2013 and 2018, I generated almost $30 million with that business, sold it. By the way, I was on the Inc. 5000 twice. You can't make this stuff up. You can literally Google me. Sold that business for multiple 7 figures more. 2018, I pivoted into a third type of online business, and I've done about $15 million in that business to date. And here's what I've learned after getting to know hundreds of gurus and trainers and going to hundreds of events and watching thousands of ads that on the surface may seem just like this one. There's a lot of ways to make money online, but the reality is there are only 3 that are legitimate. There are only 3 that aren't going anywhere anytime soon. There are only 3 that the actual people that have made real money over long periods of time are actually doing. It always ties back. The real success stories always tie back to one of these 3 business models. And the reason I'm coming to you with such confidence saying, listen, you gotta learn from me, you gotta download my free book, which you can get by clicking the button that's somewhere around this video, is because I'm the only guy that I've seen online that's actually done an 8-figure business in all 3 of these business models, which means not only can I tell you the options of what works, I'm not gonna try to railroad you into just one, I'm gonna tell you the options of what works, but I'm also gonna tell you how to know what's the right place for you to start. Now listen, this isn't some overnight flash in the pan thing. I'm not making some ridiculous promise. I'm not even telling you that you're gonna make money. Honestly, you could suck, you could blow it, you could choke, you could lose your whatever. If you spend, I have a training, it's $39. If you do it, you could lose your $39. I don't know you. I know there's a lot of people on the internet that want things to be easy. I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna tell you that it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna tell you that it's gonna be worth it if you do the work. As hard as you had to work to get that 4-year diploma, get prepared to do that intensity of work. It doesn't take as long, it doesn't cost as much money because there's not commutes, you don't have to go buy textbooks, you don't have to sit in lectures. There's a lot more efficient way to learn now that we have the internet. But I'm not gonna tell you that it's any different. You learn and you apply, you learn and apply, you do the work. Only here, there's no limit. You don't go use the diploma to go get a job where they tell you what it's gonna be worth. Here, you have the infinite scalability of the internet. You can take one successful action, one profitable action, and multiply it times the size of the internet. That's how a guy like me, a former broke, deep in debt, way in over his head piano player, goes out and makes $50 million in over 10 years on the internet. It's because I can multiply what I've learned how to do times the infinite scalability of the internet. Didn't happen overnight, and it won't happen overnight for you. but it can happen and it'll be worth it. And it's a heck of a lot better plan than the 40-year, man, I hope I can retire someday. I really hope I keep getting promoted, even though my promotions and my raises don't even keep up with the increasing cost of living and inflation. How am I ever gonna retire? I don't know, I'll worry about that later, right? That's not a plan. That's not a plan, that's a desperate Hail Mary because it's the only play you think you got. You got a different play. Click the button below this video, get the book, at least start here, it's free. It has big print. You can read this in 30 minutes and then you'll be able to make a more informed decision. All right? Again, my name's Jeff Lerner. I hope I'll get to see you inside. I hope you'll get to read my book. Maybe I'll even see you inside some of my training. I appreciate your time. Click that link that's somewhere around this video and we'll take it from there. Take care.